to do that. But anyway, I believe this will still do. And since I can't stream it live, then I will upload this on YouTube later on. And I'll be quick here today because there's nothing much to look at actually today. Let's go to first screen mode here. Let's start looking at the dollar here. The dollar index, I'm gonna go to daily chart. That's just simply what I'm looking for. And there's a bit of confusion here when looking at the dollar, right? When you look at yesterday, it took out Monday's lows and also took out Monday's highs, and all of these highs here, all of them took out. However, we do have some sort of relative lows right here at 104.26. And here, looking at the bottom, we have this here, this 5-value gap or CB, tap into it, almost came close to the consequence encroachment of it, then rallied higher. What matters that we closed above this day's high right here, because that's how I mainly determine my daily bias. We closed above Monday's highs, we trade above it, close above, and took out all those highs. So the confusing part is that we trade the lows and we trade the highs. So which means we have some sort of a range here. I'm gonna mark this low here and this high here, of which I would love to see price trading out of this range for today. However, which means if I look at this on for our chart, we don't have anything clear that we can use. However, we also have this here, this CB, this sell-side imbalance based on efficiency here, of which price actually traded through it and closed above it. And that is the key here. It was a CB, sell-side imbalance based on efficiency, but yesterday price actually closed above it. So once price closes above it, which means now we can anticipate it to be what? To be an inversion fair value gap. So this is what I'm expecting this today to be. Just to be an inversion fair value gap. So price will tap into these levels and maybe stick higher prices to our drawn liquidity, which will be what? This one of 4.26. So if this is going to be our inversion fair value gap, let's see how we can take advantage of this. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Most of you know I hardly look at the 4-hour chart, but because today there's something interesting here, I'm going to pay attention to it. Let's remove this inversion fair value gap here so we can have a cleaner chart, or maybe let's do this. It's going to be on a daily chart. We know that. Let me do this inversion fair value gap that's on a daily chart. Let me just drag it like this. Oh, yes. Okay. So when we look at price action right here, this is key to what I'll be looking at for today, because you can obviously see a price creating new high. Hello, high. Lower low, lower high, lower low, then finally displacement to the upside. Displacement is an energetic move, right? That creates market structure shift. Where's the market structure shift? Right here. A break of this structure right here was our market structure shift. And we also have what? Price close above the opening price of this right here, of which we can say we have a CISD here. What is CISD? It's a change in the state of delivery, CISD. A break above this high was a change in state of delivery, and this was a market source shift, push to the upside. So after this, let's remove this so we can have a clean share. We don't need it. So when you look at price action, in this case, we have displacement to the upside, right? Now we're looking price retracing back to, in this case, which means now it formed what? It formed our dealing range, which means we have this low here and we have this high, of which that will be our dealing range for the day. So we know since we are bullish and we want to go long, we can only go long way. We can only go long at discount price, which means we can measure from this low up until that high. And we're looking for discount prices, which means it will be, we are close to the equilibrium, 50% equilibrium. So we're looking for discounting price, or maybe to take some trades at a discount PDRAs. In this case, going to be anything below the 50%. So which means we have the 50% here. So which means we do have a fair value gap, this fair value gap here. And if I'm going to mark this as a BC, a buy side imbalance as an efficiency, a bull or a bullish fair value gap. Let's remove this. We don't need it anymore. I love having clean share, guys. So which means we have a buy side imbalance right here within what? Within this daily inversion fair value gap. And what else say? Where's the break of high? The high market took out this high here, indicating that this up close candles here happens to be what? Our breaker block. This candles right here, this will be my breaker, a bullish breaker. In this case, let me just type here instead of PP, let's just write breaker. This will be a bullish breaker, which means too many lines here. Let's clear them a bit here. We have a bullish breaker here. What is this line? We don't need this anymore. Let's remove this. So we have a bullish breaker there, and we also have this BC here. by a certain balances and efficiency. This is where I'm anticipating price to come back down to and look for reversal. Again, look at this. We are within a daily inversion fair value gap, and we have what a bullish breakup here. We have what we have a fair value gap here, and we also have these last two down close candles here also serve as what they also serve as our bullish order block. So we have a breakup block, we have order block, we have a fair value gap, and we also have an inversion fair value gap. So this level or this point of interest here will be ideal for me to look for entries for today. So which means in this case today, I am anticipating price to push to this area here before it can push higher, and at least maybe to yesterday's higher. So this is what I'm expecting to see right here today on the XY, aka the dollar index. Let me just do this, take a screenshot here and save this one from dollar index. Indices, guys, I want to talk about indices because we are heavily bullish, so I have nothing to work with on indices. So let's go to euro. On euro again, we're going to start on a daily chart just like we did on DXY. Let's move this to the side here. Oh, let's hide it. We don't need this, yes. So when you take a look at EURUSD on a daily chart, again, just like on dollar index that we're looking for, we have yesterday here. I'm gonna just mark it and really based on the yesterday's candle, right? Yesterday's candle took out what? It took out Monday's. It took out Monday's highs, and also these were Thursday's highs, Friday's highs, all of them took out all of those highs, and also took out the lows as well, which means we have this tight range here of which I kind of don't like the range, just like on dollar index. I kind of don't like it. This range here. However, we do have what right here. We do have a CB which proceeded through it, just to the consequence encouragement of it, then rejected it to the downside and taking out all this though. So which means today we should be anticipating what lower price. However, right here, if we look at euro failed to close below this fair value gap here, unlike on the dollar index. However, I'm gonna trade this based on what? Based on the dollar index, which means this is still what? It is still a BC or a buy side balances and efficiency of which price didn't close below it, unlike on the XY. The XY close above that what? That CB. So that's why I'm expecting higher price on DXY. However, since I'm going to be approaching this based on the dollar index, which means I should be expecting what lower prices for today. So if I'm expecting lower price for today, I can go down to try to break it down, which means my bias and bearish for today. And if we'll take a good look at this, we have something simple here. Price step into the credit high. At again a high retrieve equal highs there. Then finally took out those highs there with this candle here. And we took out this high, and then got displacement rate. Bearish candles to the downside, displacement to the downside with a market structure shift. Where's the market structure shift? Right here. Create a market structure shift. Let me just, I always put an icon here. Then we have a market structure shift right here to the downside. So which means that we're expecting we are bearish. So since we are bearish, we'll still be anticipating lower prices. And since expecting lower prices, we want to go short where at a discount price, which means this will be the high. And I'm looking at the low here. We is priced at the equilibrium here, so which means the only PD areas that I'll pay attention to, I'll pay attention to the PD areas that are at the premium price, or I should pay attention to only premium arrays. So which means looking for premium arrays at these levels. What do we have here? The first thing that we can see on the premium array, we have this CB here, sell side imbalance by side efficiency, or aka a fair value gap or imbalance, a bearish imbalance, I should say. Anticipating price to push up to this level. So what else do we have? We have this last down close candle right here, which means I'm going to mark this down close candle. And can I use the shadows? Yeah, let me just use the shadows in this way as well, which means I can mark this one as the breaker, my breaker block for PP, breaker block. So I'm expecting price. And also we have these last two up close candles here. Let me just do this. This up close candles right here will be what? A bearish order block. So which means here again, we have a bearish order block, we have a breaker block, we have a CB, sell side imbalance by side efficiency. Then which means from here on, we should be expecting what? Lower prices from here on the XY. So let's take a, on euro, sorry. So let's take a look at this, looking at this on hourly chart, which means, and what I love here about this hourly chart is that we also have this high here coming up to this breaker block, which means we can consider this here that we have some sort of what? We have some sort of buy side liquidity to check out here. Buy side liquidity to check out before tapping to the fair value gap, breaker block, and order block here. Then we can look for what? We can look for lower prices, which means on Euro USD, we have this, let me remove this for now. I want to take a screenshot first here before I do anything. We looking for this, which means in this case, I am simply anticipating price to push out to these levels from our point of interest. Then we look for lower prices. That's a move that I'm expecting to see right here on Euro today. So let's go to pound. On pound, almost the same as Euro, but the key to pound is maybe slightly different. And when approaching pound today, guys, I can't say I'm bullish or bearish here. I'm neutral on pound. And I'm going to show you why quickly here. Let's go through this. The past few days, bro, please always meet yourselves, okay? Thank you. And that matter. Numbers are good. 10 attendance. Thanks, God. And if it's your first time making it here, you are welcome and thanks for coming in, Romeo. Shengegu, Sianda, I think my first time seeing your names. Ayanda, always Bakang, Francis, Ralph. Okay. So from here on, this is what I see here on these levels, right? On pound, which means I'm kind of neutral on pound. Here's the reason why I'm neutral today on pound. We've been talking about this for some time now. We talked about this here, about these lows, right? And price traded through them, of which was last week on Wednesday, price traded through them. And we also have this volume imbalance here, which means price from right here where it is now, it is trading within this low and within this volume balance and seems to be coming back to this volume balance. So that's the idea on the chart. And if we take a good look at yesterday here, let's do this here. If we take a good look at yesterday it traded through what Monday's low, however, and also took out Monday's highs as well. But it didn't what? It didn't close above or below it, which means it only took out some sort of buy side liquidity to upside and also took out what sell side liquidity to downside. So which means today now, I don't really have a clear understanding what's happening today. However, if I can approach this based on the dollar index analysis, which means I should be expecting for lower prices. And if I should be expecting for lower price, which means any move above the opening price, I'm going to consider it as the manipulation phase of the day. Let's go up to 4-hour chart. For hour, we don't have much to see here. We can simply see we have this high, this high is all right here. Checking out by this week here, which means let's go let's for some glitches here. Let's just do this. Okay, what am I doing? 16. Let's just simply take a good look. We have this highs right here taken out. Also, this relative color is taken out by this move here. Above it and quickly price went below it. So let's go back up to 240 minutes chart here. So once we see after this tails by side liquidity has been taken out, price displaced to the downside with displacement to the downside here. And displacement with what? Market structure shift. Where's the market structure shift? We have this short-term high right here, which means was broken or price displaced lower, indicating that we should be going lower, right? So if this is going to be the case here, if this will be the low, which means we have this low here, which we can use this low as our next draw on liquidity. I'm going to mark this low as our sell side liquidity. So now, since we are here, where is our daily range? We have this high up there and we have this low, which means I can mark this because I'm bearish. I want to go short where at premium price. Already price is trading at premium here, which means we can also use, let's see if we use the bodies here as only the bodies, we can use flips from here, from the high down. So yes, price still trading exactly at premium price here, which means we should start looking for maybe entries that we can find an opportunity to go short in this case. So what do we have at premium prices here? We have this, we can mark the low of this candle and the high of this candle. We have this CB here, sell side imbalance by some efficiency. What else do we have? Price created a high, a low, a high down to a low, low, meaning this down close candles right here will be what? It will be our breakup block, which means we should be looking for what here? We should be looking for that unicorn model. And what I love about this breaker, we have this breaker, we have this fair value gap here, which means are exactly where in line together, which means we have a confluence here. With breaker, we have inverge, we have a breaker, we have a CB, which means we also have these two, the last two up close candles here, which means will be, I'm going to consider this last two up close candles also serve as what? Our bearish order block. So which means this will be my main point of interest for today. I'm looking for sell signals at this area right here, which means let me just mark it up here to quickly take a screenshot for the group. For those who are not in here or couldn't make it to the session. And again, guys, I know I'm always fast most of the time when I talk, so I am trying to be a bit slower. Okay, and if I'm too fast, please let me know. So let's take a look at what our chart here. We don't have anything else. And most of you noticed today that I didn't even bother to look at the New York midnight opening price. But since we are here and we are trading at the premium price already, when we are approaching 2 a.m., we might as well just do that. This will be our New York midnight candle right here. New York midnight candle, which means we should have a low here. This will be, actually it's a down close candle, which means we have right there. It's gonna be 27. Okay, sorry. Here's 27.02, the New York midnight opening price. And now, since we are bearish in this case, we always we want to go short above the New York midnight opening price. This serves as perfect here. So which means what else do we have? We love to see price taking out some sort of buy side liquidity before it can push lower. Do we have any? Yes, we do have this high right here, of which we can go down to 50 minutes. We do. Obviously, we have taken out this highs, of which we've taken out some sort of Asian highs. I'm gonna mark from Asian high. This will be the Asian low right here. To these levels, we have this will be my Asian range here, which means we have buy side liquidity resting above the side. So I'm expecting the Asian highs to be taken out to be that sort of buy side liquidity, and maybe also this high here be taken out as well. Where is this high also within this PD array, or maybe price in this low 50-minute chart can use this up close candles right here as an order block, since we should be looking for lower prices to the downside. So since we are AMD traders, again, we can also use this phase right here, actually as our accumulation, or maybe this tiny bit right here. Let me just, did I say tiny bit? We can use this move right, just go down to 5-minute chart. We can use this move right here that we see here from the opening price as our accumulation phase here. So which means now we are anticipating price to give us the manipulation higher to the manipulation. We always have to push higher to higher time frame PDRs. In this case, we're pushing higher up to the order block, breaker block, and the CB up there. So we can look for lower price. So we're looking for the manipulation here to the upside. Then we can trade the distribution. Again, let's use this in the proper way, or apply it in the proper way or proper form. So we can use, we have 12 there, we have 6. I didn't talk about this on euro, on dollar index, but no problem, because I'm looking to trade pound today. If you're not going to go short, pound is a pair that I would love to trade. So let's mark this here. We can also use, there's also so many indicators for this. It's called days, the Goddard theory, or maybe if you're not referring to ICT, it's simply the 90-minute cyclist, which means you go divide the whole day into quarters, then divide the first quarter into quarters, which will give you what 90 minutes cycles. We have from midnight opening price to 1:30, 1:30 to 3, and from 3 to 4:30, 4:30 to 6. This will be the first quarter of the day, aka my whole idea of the London session. In this case, since we are AMD traders, the first quarter right here will always be what? The first quarter is always going to be the accumulation phase. Oh, not always, guys, sorry. Sorry, not always. The first quarter will be the accumulation, which means going to be from 12 midnight to 1. And the second quarter will be the manipulation. This is where I'm expecting price to push higher up into that period array, or the premium higher time frame premium arrays. Then the third quarter, I'm expecting that third quarter to be what? To be the distribution to our overall buyers, the third quarter there. And the fourth quarter, on the assessment of the fourth quarter, we don't know exactly what's going to be, because we label this one as X. So let me put some labels there for those who doesn't know what I'm talking about. The first one right here will be what I call an A. This will be A for accumulation. This will be, oh, my bad. This will be M. This will be D and X. So which means the first quarter accumulation fee, the second one right here, it will be the manipulation of the days, and we're looking to trade this distribution. And then after that, we'll have what? We'll have X. X can do three things. It can reverse, it can be a continuation, or it can simply be a retracement of the third quarter. So we wait and see what this thing will do. And again, here there's something else to pay attention to. Look at that third quarter right here. Where exactly is the third quarter? It's exactly from 3 up until 4 m. And what we have from 3 up until 4? From 3 to 4, we have the London session silver bullet. So which means where exactly we're looking. If we're gonna trade, we'll be trading a silver bullet, we should be trading again exactly where to, into the distribution phase of this London session. So guys, if you have a question, you can ask. These are the only three markets that I wanted to share with you today. So I'll check questions before we go. Questions before we go. Or maybe I should add all the as well. I'm missing something here. Any question? Okay, no question. If there's question, let's add Oz here. Oz will be my last one. Should I add Oz or gold? Oz or gold? I know most of you traders trade gold. Let's go to gold. And on gold, I'm gonna start on a daily chart. I have no idea what's happening on gold, guys. Let's remove all of this here. I know most of you gold, so okay, perfect. Okay, so obvious, I can see something interesting here on gold already. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna go a bit higher time frame here. Look at this. We have this highs here, which were obviously clean break above this high. These highs were taken out by side liquidity, was taken out right here. Boom, to the downside, no questions there. Okay. So if we taken out gold in this level in this case, which means we also had a displacement downside. However, this displacement, do we have, yes, we do have a tiny bit of market structure shift right here. Yes, it is. AMD is simply the power of three. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Let me move the chat box here. Bro, there's no point of doing indices. Indices are simply heavily bullish, so I don't think I'll be taking it in the because I don't have any source of reference that I can use for analysis. Okay, but we'll check a look. So we have this here, the price book, the structure right here. It is this right here. Higher than higher prices, lower price, again, displaced lower. So let's take a look here because our main focus should be right here. What's happening here on the side? So let's take a look here. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh, guys, am I zooming in or zooming out when I'm doing this? Man, I find there's something so silly, but yeah, doesn't really matter. We have this high Z, checking out by this move. Low, high, low, high, lower, low, lower, high. What I'm expecting, lower, low. Where to? The draw on liquidity, this low, and also this low, but I'm going to mark this low here as my main draw on liquidity. This will be, and again, guys, don't worry, this video will also be uploaded on YouTube. Of yes, my YouTube got now got 15 subscribers. Come on, guys, we can do better. So we have this. Let's take a look at yesterday here, because yesterday will be the key, right? We look at the previous day. This is gonna be Monday. Price push above Mondays, took out Monday's highs and failed to close above it. Right? Again, this is the key here. Price took out Monday's highs but failed to close above. This indicates that today we should be anticipating lower prices. If lower, at least we're to yesterday's lows or maybe Monday's lows, but eventually I'm looking for this low right here. So on gold, buyers, I am bearish. And what else do we have here? We also have this CB here, sell-side imbalance by side efficiency. And we tap into a constant encouragement of it, back to it, tap almost close to it. So which means today I am bearish. So if I'm bearish, let's see if we can get something on the 4-hour. I don't like the 4-hour chart, annoying. I normally jump just straight to our chart after daily, hourly chart after daily. So what do we have here on the daily chart? One thing that you can also see here is that we are in a sideways move. We are trading between this high and this low here. And such moves to me, guys, are in no good zone. We're within this high and low here. Let's put low, high, low. Again here, it fails. which means those who are trading anything else, we can obviously say we have some sort of, it is within some sort of a triangle or a triangle, which means in this case, since I'm bearish, maybe it can take out the highest and push lower. I don't know. If I have moved like this, guys, I simply stay away from it until we have a clean break above this low, below this low, I mean, or above the high. Until then, I cannot do anything here on gold. I simply move away from it. Bro, when it comes to Nasdaq, here's the reason. Let's go up to a weekly chart here. Price only did this here. This is the only thing that we have. This level gap, right? And also this week, we go down to daily chart, break above with highs right here, push high, and then hourly chart here. Yes, obviously the bias is bullish, no question. However, bullish way too, we don't have any point of reference to the upside because we are at the all-time high. The only thing that they can say I see here, I mean, it's in the past happened. This happened to, oh, it was yesterday. Was it, or Tuesday, 20th January? Okay, which means we only have this low here. Lower taken out, price push higher, and then just pushing to the upside. What can you do now on 15 minutes chart? It's simple. Okay, the simple basic thing that you can use in this case, because I don't like taking counter trend trades. I mean, sorry. I don't like them. So which means I am simply hoping for today that I get maybe some sort of what price can only push, maybe take out some sort of sell liquidity here. Then that would be my aim. That will be my cue, maybe to get an entry like this. Maybe let's just say price push lower, took out me some sort of low, then to space higher, then I can buy this thing. But until I get that, I cannot take any counter trend trade. I suck, guys. I suck at trading against the trend. So this is the only thing I'm hoping for on this one, which leads me to one pair here over to one, because index is all-time high, right? S&P 500 also all-time high. Did we reach all-time high already? Yeah, S&P 500 was lagging below this time. Okay, we already took out the all-time high already, so which means we are at the all-time high again. So which means the only thing that you can take advantage of is going to be USD. Oh, it's also trading at all-time high. Yes, no problem. Even though USD is also trading at all-time high, but here's something that you can do with it. Let's go down to daily chart. Yesterday here was bearish, down to even better to this volume imbalance here. And then as USD seems like it will give us maybe something that you can use, right? Let's go down to our chart. Bias, bullish, no question there. So which means today we're simply looking for some sort of sell side liquidity to be taken out before we can consider going long. So which sell side liquidity we can consider in this case? Let's go down to 15 minutes chart. We have something here that you can use, something interesting. What do we have here? Volume balance, we have this CB here, which means we can use this, no. Let's go down to 15 minutes chart maybe. What I'm looking for on 15 minutes chart here, I want to consider the Asian range, which means it will be from here up until the New York midnight opening price right there. This will be London's, Asian session. We have this low here and we have the high up there. So if maybe price can check out this sell side liquidity during, maybe we have news today, right? Yes, we have so high impact news today. If price can check out this sort of sell side liquidity here, then USD might give us something where to, because we'll be looking for, we are strictly looking for long entries where to this high up this level here. This will be what I'm going to consider as my draw on liquidity, or this will be the buy side liquidity. I'm expecting price to push high to. In this case, there's a liquid. We have this low here, just taken out. After taking out that low, they didn't give us much to use or to look for. In this case, price just keep on pushing what? High, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. So we simply have that here. So which means I would love to see some sort of sell side liquidity being checked out first before we can go higher. However, guys, I have no interest in taking any short position. So I won't be selling indices for the next video until maybe we have some sort of, or maybe the market proves us otherwise. Even though I might see some setup that, okay, we have a better setup, but I cannot take it. I can only look at it and see maybe what I can do with it, maybe in the near future, but I can see the setup or maybe even take a screenshot on it. But will I be using it? No, I won't be using it. So any question, guys? Questions? Okay, guys. So, guys, thank you all for coming in for today. See you on the next one. Gonna be tomorrow at the exact same time. Cheers. I am out for today.